In this episode, we were on Celebrity Eclipse in February of 2026. This is a tour of Fortune's Casino, or as many of us call it, the Adult Arcade. You can pause along the way to read the different informational items. I'm JD, and along with my wife Chris, we are the Casual Cruisers. On this channel, we'll bring you ship tours, port tours, and information on excursions and other activities. We hope you find our channel enjoyable and informative. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing. Now, let's cast off on the next adventure with the Casual Cruisers. One thing Celebrity does that I've not seen before is the self-exclusion, where you can put yourself on a do not play listing. This is a good thing to help those who might have a problem and avoid issues. Please use the adult arcade as any other form of entertainment. Have a budget set for the trip and for each session you plan to play. Always look at anything you win as a bonus. This should be fun, not stressful. This shows what points are needed to get an instant cruise certificate and what is offered. As you go up in points, you get better offers. Example, 400 points gets a certain discount, or if you opt to make a future cruise booking while on board, you get the offer in the right column, such as this one, a room for one and discounted fare for a second guest. When you get more points where you get the room as the offer, the additional perk for making a future cruise booking on board is usually free play amount as indicated on the right side of the chart. Sailings are different and the points need to vary by sailing length. In addition to points for instant reward certificates, you also earn points towards tier status. This shows the tiers and perks at each level. While points for each cruise drop off at the end of the sailing, those points go towards your annual tier credit. However, at the last night, you should convert your points for that sailing to free play and see what you can get out of that. In this case, Celebrity's Blue Chip Club year runs from August 1st to July 31st each year. If you play on Royal Caribbean, that is called Club Royale, and their year runs from April 1st to March 31st. The point levels for the tiers differ between Blue Chip and Club Royale. You need to check the tier listings on the respective club website. Here's an example of what you'll see if you scan or insert your card in a machine. It will show the number of points you currently have. You should always scan or insert your card when playing machines to ensure you're getting points towards the certificate and annual tier level. And if you play table games, the dealer will take your card to punch your number in manually. Some boats now have what look like cell phones that read the card. Both programs keep your level for the current year and the next year. An example is if you make the next level on a cruise, the host will put a sticker on your card and you'll retain that level for the following year as well. This is different from having to wait until your next cruise to upgrade on the next loyalty level. The casino programs are wholly separate from the loyalty programs for the cruise lines. As we stroll through the casino and start with the slot machines, and I'll show you the layout, I tried to get pictures from the machines which were turned off. As you might know, they do not allow video at all during times where they're open to play. They generally allow people to video their own machine play, but you cannot film the tables or others playing. You can take pictures, but there were times when I could not get photos for some of the machines. So as you saw, we entered the cashier's cage was on the left, and we're going through the slot machines starting from near the cashier's cage. And my path was starting at the entrance near the cashier's cage to make a counterclockwise circuit through the casino. And as I hit each bank of machines, to go around those machines so you can see which ones they are. As with most of the newer slot machines, they are multi-denominational. This is heading out next to the bar in that area that is directly across from the shops where they have a couple of banks of slot machines. Eclipse is a Solstice class ship, and all the Solstice have a bar immediately in the casino area. We noticed on the Edge class ships they didn't have one in the immediate area, and it looks like they've moved in what is basically a mobile bar to improve service for the players. As we go through, you can see that there are many contemporary favorites like Momo Mummy, the Dragon Link series with Panda Magic, the Prosperity ones, and these newer ones, the Yo Yeti, Momo Mummy, and the Spooky Link. These are becoming more popular. And here you can see some of the branded machines, Wheel of Fortune. These are a higher denom and higher volatility because they have to pay for the naming rights when they make machines like these. So be wary of just what the cost will be if you're interested in playing this type of machine. And another thing is there is not a consistency of the types or number of machines across the fleet. For example, Silhouette has 2 machines for big hot flaming pots, whereas I've seen other celebrity ships that do not have that game. Of course, there is an ATM located right near the adult arcade, or as most people do, if they're not using cash, they will charge the amount to their room using their room card. And here you can see there are some mainstays of the slots world of the Buffalo Gold, the Huff and Puff, and even more Huff and Puff. And as we scan around, you'll see the desk where the casino host and the assistant host sit. Those are 2 people you should go meet when you very first come to play, or even before you start playing, just so they know who you are. They can help you with certain things, like if you need to get a total point tally, they're the ones who you'll go to. And as you can see here, there are several dancing drums, different versions, mostly Prosperity. Those games are available on this ship. As we continue through the slots, let's talk about how you earn points. So the general rule of thumb is for every $5 throughput on a slot machine or $10 throughput on a video poker machine, you get 1 point. Now, some people might think that means, well, if I spend $100, I'm only going to get 20 points. However, you're going to recycle money as you win, so that's not a true estimation. For tables, it's different. For tables, it's based on your average bet and your time at the table and what the house edge is. There's a secret computer algorithm that everybody wants to figure out and nobody can get access to. But the reality is you can kind of figure it out. I play craps, and the way the rule of thumb is whatever your average bet per hour is, that's the number of points. So if your average bet at the craps table is $100 per hour, you're going to get 100 points per hour. That's not a hard, fast rule. That's just the rule of thumb. And these 3-reel machines are older looking 3-reel style machines. They are lower volatility, but they're not low volatility like true old school 3-reel machines. So you just need to keep that in mind when playing those. And then here's the video poker machines. If you want to learn how to play the table games, both Celebrity and Royal have a Learn to Play session on the first day around 4:30 p.m. You can also use YouTube to search out how to play the different games that are offered. For craps, for example, there is a channel called The Holy Roller, or Color Up Club, or Crappy the Craps Man. For slot machines, you can go find Cowboy Slots or Jackpot Judo to learn how to play slot machines, and sometimes they feature video poker as well. I'm not sure what this kiosk is supposed to be used for. It was never up and running during the trip. I'm assuming it's to help have people go over there with their slot tickets and redeem them for money or add them to the room credit. And back at the cashier's cage, I'm moving into the tables. There are tables that are $15 minimum, $25 minimum, or even $100 minimum, depending on the game type. It also depends on the ship. Some ships do have $10 minimum tables. That electronic sign that I just flipped around, it'll tell you what the game is and what the minimum bets are. Ultimate Texas Hold'em, also called UTH, is a Hold'em style using poker hands, but you're playing against the dealer just as in blackjack. Here are the play amounts and pay amounts for wins. In addition, there is the trips bonus, and if you play that, those payouts are shown here. The Bad Beat side game is not available in all houses. Look at the felt on the table and it'll show you if the game is available. Three-card poker is a poker-based game where you play against the dealer just like in blackjack. Play tables. This shows what you have to do to play, and then there's additional side games that you can play. That these are the pay tables. There are different styles of roulette. As you can see, this table has two zeros, a zero and a double zero, which is commonly referred to as American roulette, whereas in Europe they only have a single zero, and some places even actually have a triple zero. Lucky Ladies is a side game on some blackjack tables. It'll be shown on the felt, and here's a pay table for it. There is a Texas Hold'em table where they'll have tournaments or cash buy-in games. As we work our way around to the craps table, a couple points of etiquette. If you walk up, wait until the puck says off before putting down your card money to buy in. If the puck says on, there's a game in progress and you may be breaking up the flow of that game. Second is keep your hands outside the rail once you're done making your bets, especially when the stick man makes the call dice are moving. And then again, if you miss that, when he says dice are out. They should be outside of that wooden area. One of the reasons I like craps is, unlike blackjack or other games where you make one wager for one outcome on one hand, you can make one wager and it can work for 1, 2, or 10 iterations or even more. Thank you for watching our video. If you found it helpful or informative, please click the like button and consider subscribing. As always, bon voyage until the next adventure with the Casual Cruisers.